Hello everybody, in this video we will be creating a React application and we will connect it to a smart contract. In the last video we have connected our React application to MetaMask, but in this exercise we will connect it to MetaMask plus to a smart contract, and we will also read data from this smart contract and we will display that data on the React component. We will display it on the browser by using the React components, and we will use hardhat for our project. We will use hardhat to deploy our contract to a test network which is called Goerli. So it will be a rich exercise. It will include many different tools. So to help us with the exercise, I have created this step-by-step guide, and I will also push this to GitHub together with the project files, and you're welcome to download it and use it as you want. And so the first thing is to create a React application. I assume you know how to do that, and then please download those packages. We may not need all of them, that's true, but just download all of them. For example, this Open Zeppelin contracts, for this exercise we will not be needing it. But in any case, just download everything. The important package that you need to pay attention here is ethers, actually, because in this exercise we will use ethers package, not Web3 package, but ethers package to build connection between smart contract and React application. So once we have done that, once we create our React application, we will go to that folder and make a cleanup. So where is it? Yeah, here on the VS Code I have my React application folder open. This is my React application folder, is called React_hardhat. You can name it anything you want. So the first thing to do is to make some cleanup so that we will have a cleaner code base to work with, and also that we will have full control over our application. So you can follow me and do the same steps. Just delete those links and then delete also this command and close this, and then go to the source folder. We are finished with the public. Then go to source folder, app CSS1, test 2, logo 3, web vitals 4, setup test 5. Delete these 5, and then we will be left with 3 files here. So go to index.css, grab everything, delete it. Go to app.js, grab these 2 import lines, delete it, and also delete everything between view tags and close it. And then go to index.js. Also here delete this report web vitals, and here delete this line, React DOM index app. So the rest can stay. So we are finished with the cleanup. The first thing to do is to add some style to our index.css. I have created this simple style. It's really simple, as you can see. It's just three elements. Oops. Yeah, just paste it, and as you can see, it's really simple. So once you have done that, and actually we don't even need flags. So yeah, it's fine. So let's close this, and then let's go to our guide again, and this time let's grab everything from our basic app component. And as you can see, for our app component we have a very basic structure, a very basic app component, so we will replace it with this one. And I will just be deleting this so that we will be together. And as you can see here, I have 3 functions for 3 button clicks: connect MetaMask, connect contract, and get data. I think the names are obvious. So with connect MetaMask we will be connecting MetaMask and grabbing MetaMask account information and display it here. And with connect contract we will just be connecting the contract and do nothing else. And with the third button here, we will access to a variable of our contract and grab its value and display the value here. So I mean, normally on some other exercises on YouTube or on web pages, you will see that they are I mean, like on those exercises they are like unifying these three functions. But of course, I mean, if you are learning these, it's not helping much. I mean, better to separate them, and yeah, it will be easier to understand in this way if you separate the function logic. Yeah, so these are three functions, and when we come up, we need to use useState hook. Why we are using useState? Because that's how React works. If you don't know useState, maybe you can just follow it and copy it, but I kindly advise you to learn it because it's such a fundamental concept of React. That's how you are I mean, updating a value on a React web page, let's say. So to use the useState, this is the syntax that how you use the useState. This is a variable, and we are updating the value of this variable by using useState hook. That's how you are using them. But these are not very much important for our exercise. You need to pay attention to here actually. Const Ethereum is equal to window. You need to put this line of code. Why? Because if you don't put this line of code, you may have some errors here. So yeah, I think we can now start it. So if, let's say, window.ethereum is not equal to undefined, then it means we have window.ethereum in our browser, which means that we have MetaMask. So some other people, they just prefer to say if window.ethereum. Some other people say type of window Ethereum. Some people, I mean, like this exercise, we say window Ethereum if not equal to undefined. So they are all taking us to the same conclusion. You can use any of them. And yeah, so if this line means if it is not equal to undefined, then it means that there is MetaMask in the browser. So then we can grab that MetaMask account information actually, and save it in an array, because these accounts, it will return an array of accounts available from MetaMask browser extension. So const accounts await Ethereum request, and here I will say method and then Ethereum request counts, and then the rest is easy actually. Just say set account to what? Set account, I mean, we are setting the value of this variable. So set account to this, grab this account because it's an array, and we just need the first account. Okay, whatever comes first. So that's it, nothing else. Of course, you can use some more code here, but for the purpose of our exercise, this is more than enough. And now let's save it. Close this, go to command line, go inside that React folder, cd react hardhat, and then npm start. That's how you start your React application. It will take, let's say, 10 seconds. You just wait with me. And once we see that our React application can connect with MetaMask, then we will be moving to create our smart contract and deploy it. And to create our smart contract and to deploy it, we will use hardhat, and we will also use .env package to save our private keys, provider URL, and this kind of sensitive data. And .env package is used to make sure that we are keeping our sensitive data safe. We are not pushing them to GitHub. So as you can see, our web page is working, but it doesn't look nice. We need to separate these two buttons. So let's go app.js, and here, as you can see, these two buttons, they come one after another. So let's just put some breaks here and save it, and this should update. It didn't update. Let's press refresh. Now it should update. Yeah, now it looks nice. It looks nicer. So let's click on this. Hopefully when I click on this, but first let me check my MetaMask. If my MetaMask is already open or not. So it's already open. I'm gonna lock it so that you will see it better. So as you can see now, I close my MetaMask. So if I click on this button, it should prompt me. It should prompt MetaMask window. So let's click on it, and yeah, now we can connect MetaMask to our React application. Let's wait for a second. Enter your password. And then this should grab MetaMask account information and display it under this button. So yeah, it works. The first function works. So now we can move on, and we can close this app.js for now. Close this source folder as well. And now we can start our hardhat. Let's clear up the command line. So I have already downloaded all hardhat related packages. I mean, these are all hardhat related packages. So I have downloaded it inside this React application, as you can see here. For example, where is it? Yeah, div dependencies. These are all hardhat related packages. So it means that I can now start my hardhat project. npx hardhat. This should create a hardhat project in the same folder of React. Create a yes, create, yes. README file. So delete this README file. We don't need it actually. There is nothing important for us in this file. Just now let's try again to create our hardhat. npx hardhat. Now it should press enter and enter and enter. It is giving you need to install these dependencies to run sample project. Well, I have already installed them. Yeah, probably it was a weird error. Okay, so now as we have hardhat related files, we have log here, but we are not going to be using this file. I mean this smart contract. This is just a sample smart contract. Okay, so let's create our main smart contract, and I will name it as flower.sol. And let's go, where is our contract? Yeah, here, grab this contract file. Let's wait. Sometimes it stucks. Let's wait. Yeah, we'll cancel it. Yeah, it's already been. Yeah. So now we can add our smart contract, and as you can see, it's very simple. No need to even explain it. I will just delete this function. We don't need it now because we will just be reading the value of this variable, and I guess that's more than enough. But I will update this Pragma Solidity version to 0.8.9, and it's finished. Now we can go to scripts folder, and inside the deploy.js you will see the main function like that. So I mean this main function, it has, I mean this is for this log contract, but actually we don't need log contract. I mean we need flower contract. That's why we will update this part according to flower.sol. So for that reason we don't need any of these 4 lines here. Just delete it. And we don't need anything for deploy function, because this whatever is inside the deploy function, it means that it will be passed as an argument to constructor. So in our case, we don't have a constructor and we don't have constructor arguments, so we can delete it. And the rest, yeah. So now let's update it. So instead of saying lock, we will say flower and grab the flower, and also here we will say flower, and also here we will say flower. And then when you come here again, we will say flower, but make it a different name and follow the same logic. So this one is capital flower, this one is small letter flower, but they are two different variables. So copy small letter flower and paste it here, and also paste it here. And then instead of saying lock, you can say flower contract deploy to. And yeah, that's it. We are finished with deploy.js. And then go to hardhat. But before hardhat, let's create our .env file, and also check here, check git ignore file to make sure that you have .env specified in the git ignore file. Not like that, I mean not like these lines, but a simple line like this, .env. It should be as simple as that. And close it. And then here let's create two variables. So private key is equal to something, actually quotes, and provider URL is equal to, so we will use template literals. So these are template literals, these are codes. Okay, pay attention. And let's close this. And now the only thing left is hardhat.config.js. So we will add .env package here. Let's now go down here. Here, let's paste it here, and then we will update this module part with the networks of Goerli, because we will deploy our contract to Goerli. And let's grab everything here and paste it like this, and instead of 0.8.7 make it 9. And that's it. Actually, for URL we are accessing the provider URL variable inside our .env, and here we are using the same logic to access the private key. So we are finished with the hardhat.config.js, with the only thing left being now is a private key and a provider URL. So for provider URL, let's go to Alchemy, click on the create app, Ethereum and Goerli, and name it anything. Let's say flower view key, copy HTTPS endpoint, and then go to env file and paste it here, and then go to private key as well. And for private key, click on this MetaMask icon. Yeah, let's wait. So three things important. The first thing is, do not use your main contract for exercises. Okay, use those alternative contracts. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, make sure that you are on the Goerli test network. If you don't have this Goerli test network, you can add it manually. Let me show you. You can add it manually by pressing this button. And the third thing is, you will have no Goerli ether, and to get some test ethers, these Goerli ethers, they are test ethers. So to get it, just click on the wallet address and go to Goerli faucet, paste your address here, and send me ether, and it will be done. But of course you will need to sign in with your Alchemy account. And yeah, and after you have done these steps, you will need to grab your private key. So let's click on it, and then click on these three dots, account details, export private key, and now so will be saying, I guess I entered wrong password one more time now. Yeah, my fingers, one of my fingers, it really hurts, so I'm not being able to type fast. So grab this private key and paste it here, and we are finished. So now we can deploy our contract. Let's clear up the console and npx hardhat compile. Let's wait. Let's wait. Yeah, the files were successfully compiled. So now, actually it's a bit long line of code, so I will just copy it. So npx, we will now deploy our contract to network Goerli. Just go to hardhat.config.js for the one last time. 0.8.9. The network name is Goerli. Just make sure that the name is the same what you are writing here, Goerli, and then just paste it, press enter, and hopefully our contracts will be deployed. Our contract, actually, not contracts. It's just one contract. So let's wait. Let's wait. It deploys, of course it depends on your internet speed, if the network is busy or not, if your computer is doing a lot of tasks at the same time, but generally it is being deployed in 10 to 15 seconds. So the deployment is successful. Actually, we deployed now a contract to Goerli test network by using hardhat. We will need this contract address, but not now. We'll just keep it there. And now we are finished with the hardhat. Now let's go back to artifacts cache. Where is it? Yeah, source. Now let's go back to app.js, and as you remember, we have two more functions here. So now we can create a connection to our smart contract. So for that, first we will need the address and then const. Actually, I can just paste it in. So for the address, grab this address information, copy it, and paste it here, and then go to ABI, and we will get the ABI. ABI is easy, and then we will use ethers. We haven't imported ethers actually. It's good that I say it. So here say ethers. Yeah. Now we will use ethers package function. Okay. In the previous videos we have used web3 package. This time we will use ethers package. And so const ABI is that one. So now we will say const provider and new ethers providers and capital web3 capital P provider providers.web3 provider, and open some parentheses, window Ethereum. That's the first line of code, but of course it's not going to be enough. Const signer is equal to provider get signer. What is signer? Signer, if you look on the internet, it will say an abstraction of account. So I understand it as a account. It's our MetaMask account, which will be calling these functions, and which will be it's just let's think it as our MetaMask account. So const signer provider get signer, and one more line of code. Now we will need to get the contract, and const contract is again equal to new ethers package, capital contract, and now we will be using address ABI, and signer, and that's it actually. So once we have done that, how are we gonna understand if this function is successful? To understand it, maybe we can display some data on the console, and I will display contract address. I mean, these things they are not the same, okay? This one and this one, they are not the same, so pay attention to this detail. I mean, this console log will only display some data if you successfully connect to your contract. So let's save it. The only thing missing here is ABI, so let's get that ABI. It should be here, maybe. It should be in the contracts. Flower, go to flower JSON, and as we have a very simple ABI, I can just copy it and paste it here. But if your ABI is too long, which normally it should be, then you can save this ABI in a separate file and access to that file by using some file path. And yeah, so I think it's done. Yeah, so now let's save everything, close this, go back to our contract, let's say go back to the command line, and here let's say npm start to initiate our React application. We will wait now for it to initiate. It generally takes around 5 to 10 seconds. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Meantime, I can close the previous one. Let's wait. Yeah, it takes a lot of time actually. So if I click on this function, it should get the account information from MetaMask and display it here. Yeah, successful. If I click on this function, it should display contract address in the console. So let's do it. I clicked on it. Now let's see the console. It should be here. Yeah. Oops. As you can see, it displayed the contract address on the console. So it means that our connection is successful. After that, the rest is easy actually. The only function left is this one. So let's go to code this function as well. Let's click on this and here. So the thing that we want is when we click on this function, we would like to access, let me show you, we would like to access, close this, we would like to access the contract, access this variable and grab the value and display it on the web page. So to do that, let's close this, let's go back here. And yeah, so first, of course, we need to save, or maybe without saving. First, I will say this is how you can call a function from a contract by using ethers package. So if you are using asynchronous functions, then you say await and Ethereum. No, sorry, await contract and whatever the function name. So actually, although this variable is just a variable, but compiler is creating a function for it because we stated it. We stated public visibility for this variable. So the compiler is creating a function for this variable. So that's why, let me show you here, that's why the type is function here. Okay, so that's why we can call it like my word. We can call it like a function. You see, I mean, no, these two parentheses, they are used for functions. And that's it, you know. But of course, if we do that, we cannot display that information here. So to do that, we need to save it. Let's say const, what to say, let's say phrase is equal to await contract my word. And now we can use the use state contract data. So let's go up, grab this one, come down, we can say set contract data, and what is going to be contract data? It's going to be phrase. But of course, if we are going to do it like this, it will give error. Let me show you. But maybe I shouldn't show you because it's going to take more time. So if we will do it like this, it will give an error because from this function, from this const function, we cannot access this contract. So to access it, actually we need to create a variable outside this function. So I will name it as let contract. And if you create this function outside, if you create this variable outside the function, then it means you don't need to say const here, because this contract obviously is this variable. And now we can access this contract from this get data function. So let's see if anything is missing. No. Hopefully this should be the end of our code. And now let's close the previous React. Now let's start it again, npm start. And let's close this previous one as well. Let's wait for the React to create the new application. And I hope that this was a useful exercise. It may be a bit long, but it includes many different things, many different pieces. So it's nice to see how to put all of them together. And now let's click on connect MetaMask. It works. Let's click on connect the contract. We don't know if it works, but we can check it. Yes, it works. Sorry, it works, as you can see here, because it displayed contract address here. If I click on it one more time, yeah, you see it displayed again. So hopefully if I click on this button, it should display rows, because my flower variable, the value of my flower variable was rows. So if I click on it, it says my word is not a function. It means I gave something wrong. Just a moment, please. Yeah. Sorry. Really sorry. The name of the function is not my word, it's my flower. So let's save everything back. And I'm sorry for this mistake. I guess I need to restart the React. So let's clear up the command line, npm start. And let's go to browser, close this, wait for it to open again. And yeah, and I hope this exercise will be useful to everybody. Let's open the console. So now, first thing, if I clicked on connect MetaMask, yeah, it displays. If I click on connect contract, yeah, it displays. If I click on this read from contract, yeah, as you can see, it's rows. So let me close it. Yeah, this data is coming from smart contract. So everything works. That was the end of our exercise. I hope this was useful and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.